Good morning, Wind Chasers. Welcome to another episode of Chasing Wind. I'm Pastor Mark. Hey, I'm going to address something that probably, it might be a little controversial. Some of you don't like it. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Maybe some of your comments or your whatever. But I'm going to just talk to you. I just finished doing a reading plan, devotional, whatever you want to call it, on biblical social justice. Okay. Honestly, it's almost sickening how we hear it all the time. Everything's social justice. Okay, and then it's arguing and in the church, and it's dividing the church. Is it about evangelism or is it about social justice? The answer is yes. So, in going through this plan, there were some things that actually came up, numerous things that spoke to me. And here's the bottom line: we're to make a difference in the world. Okay, we're to be salt, we're to be light. And it's not just one area, and it doesn't mean that we have to accept everything. We are to bring the truth into every situation. But here's the deal. I love that. My wife caught me. She was, "You're always saying, here's the deal." I'm going to start a podcast on that, or whatever you call these things we do. But here is the deal, and it's from Galatians 5:14. We just do this, and I think we'll nail this thing if we quit talking about social justice and start actually maybe doing it, and using our heads a little bit and examining things beyond just our perspective and how we want to read things. But here's the deal. It's Galatians 5:14. The entire law is summed up in a single command: love your neighbor as yourself. If you keep biting and devouring each other, watch out, or you will just be destroyed by each other. Boy, we're not seeing that today, are we? Yeah, okay, there, you got my feelings on that one. Here is the deal, okay? Ask the Lord what He wants you to address. There's a lot of social justice issues out there. There's a lot of needs to be met. Maybe it's young people who don't have father figures in their life. That's something the Lord has really laid on my heart. Maybe it's it's taking care of widows and orphans, like we're told to do in the Bible. Yeah, but you're not focusing on the right stuff, Mark. You're not focusing on racism or this, that, or the other thing. No, that is a social justice issue. And, we need to help even the widows and orphans. We need to help, how about just helping an older person, your neighbor? How about, do you even know your neighbors? Your literal neighbors? How about, is it just helping someone in the store? I remember one of the great moments of my social justice endeavors was when a little old lady was riding in the grocery store on one of those little electric buggies. And she said, "Young man," I was in my 40s, so it really made me feel good. "Young man, would you reach one of those bottles of pop for me up there, or soda, wherever you're from?" Well, that doesn't count, Mark. Yes, it does. Was she my neighbor in that moment? Absolutely. Did she need me to love on her and help her with something? Yes, she did. Did I do it? Yes, I did. Now I don't get a reward because I just bragged about it. Anyway, you know what I mean. It was an example, so it doesn't count. Whew, that was close. Folks, I driving in to do my recording this morning, I saw a sign in someone's yard that said, "Combat racism." And I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to do it through an organization that has 3 letters that are usually represented with it, starting with a B and ending with an M, and I'll let you figure it out. Here's how I'm going to do it, though. If there is any racism in me, Lord, cleanse me of it and help me to see people as people. Gosh, we're quick to judge. We are quick to judge. We're quick to make assumptions before we have the whole story. And good night today, we are not getting the full story, are we? Well, you're watching the wrong news channels, Mark. No, I kind of have a pretty broad spectrum of what I watch. And we're not getting the whole story. But you know what? We're no better when we sit here and we judge someone without knowing the whole story. You know, if you were to talk to someone and say, well, you know, Mark did this, that, or the other thing. Well, maybe you should talk to Mark instead of talking to... We call that gossip in the church. But you don't hear too much preaching on that. You don't hear too much preaching on gluttony either, especially from a fat pastor. Yes, I know, I'm not supposed to use it. That was a judgment, probably. I think we just need to do better loving our neighbors, people. We need to do better loving our neighbors. The ancient Rabbi Hillel was asked one time, what is the greatest commandment? He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And then he qualified it with this. He says, everything else is commentary. He just reiterated what Jesus said, but he added to it. He just said the rest of what the Bible tells us is how to do that. Lord, help us love better, love God better, love each other better. That's what sanctification is about. It is about becoming more like Christ, without a doubt. But it goes beyond just being cleansed of our sin, which that is what that does. But it is also about being perfected in love, being mature. Perfect does not mean, you get it right every time. Perfection is about maturity, that we mature in love, that we mature love for God and love for each other. I need to grow in my love for God. I need to learn how to love God better. I need to learn how to love my neighbor better. In reality, love your neighbor as yourself. I need to learn to love myself better. And not in a selfish kind of sick love, but just to say, you know what, Mark, you need to be taking care of yourself better. Love your neighbor as yourself, folks. Maybe if we started doing that other thing that Jesus taught, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, maybe we might get along better in this world. Because you know what? If you keep on biting and devouring each other, watch out or you will be destroyed by each other. And that is what we're doing. And folks, I'm just tired of it. I am just tired of it. So I'm going to leave it right there. Love God, people, and love your neighbor, because we are killing each other, and it has got to stop. I'm going to leave it right there, folks. You know what? I love you. Thank you for watching all of our Drash Ministry stuff. The ones you don't agree with, the ones you do agree with, the ones you don't like, the ones you do like. Till next time, I'm Pastor Mark. Grace and peace to you. Keep chasing the wind, because the wind is chasing you.